Today we are on our third class of this walk for inner peace, the inner journey. And we're looking at another tool in our Inner Peace Toolkit. Now, this one is to help us have an even, balanced attitude towards everyone. Specifically, what disturbs our peace is when we're angry at some people, or we resent some people, or we have a certain person maybe that annoys us. If that person is someone that you work with, that's in your family, difficult. It really is difficult to maintain inner peace if that's the case. So we're using our metta prayer, our prayer or our meditation of loving kindness. We're using that to help balance our mind. So we actually will meditate today with that prayer, but we're going to do it towards 3 different people before we do it for all living beings. So we do it in 3 rounds. And this is to technically, overall, we're on our path towards developing love and compassion for all beings, so that everyone we meet or think about elicits our open heart. Wouldn't that be so beautiful? If everyone we met and thought about elicits our heart opening. And if we see their suffering, we feel some compassion. Now, it's not always easy to feel compassion. And I was reminded of this wonderful quote by the Dalai Lama. It's so humble, but so beautiful. He said, I can't always feel compassion, but I always care about caring. I want to care. I want my heart to be open. I want to feel compassion for every being without any exception. That's the Buddhist thing. All living beings without any exception. I mean, how cool is that? And then if you do it on a moment by moment basis with mindfulness, wow, it's not just equalizing and developing equanimity for all beings, which is what we're doing. We're trying to develop this balanced mind, free from anger, free from indifference and apathy, free from strong attachment to people, balanced mind. So if that were the case, those freedoms would give us such peace, wouldn't it? If those that we presently find very annoying suddenly elicits this wish inside of us, breathe. That's not the wish. You're just breathing there. They've said something rude or annoying or poor taste, something like this. Just breathe first, and then you think, may you be peaceful. May you be well. May you be happy. Because, when we're looking at them, we're thinking something. We're already thinking something. May you jump off the Causeway Bridge. Go on. Get out of here. That's a big bridge to this island. Just may you jump off the. No, that's terrible. But we think things, don't we? May you get fired one day real soon. May you. Right, we're saying something in our head, aren't we? So this is a way to replace those thoughts with something that gives us peace. In fact, meditation simply means to familiarize your mind with peace, things that create peace. And you can do that in the calm of formal meditation, or you can do it in daily life. It just means to become familiar with the causes of peace. And so what this would look like is maybe memorizing a short way of saying the metta prayer. May you be happy, peaceful, well. I kind of like that one. I'm sorry, the other direction though. May you be peaceful. So I wish them like inner peace, mental peace. May you be well. To me, that's physical wellness, like healthy. May you be healthy. May you be happy. That's the expression of love. I want you to be happy. Imagine you say that to the coworker who has said something rude to you. I mean, don't say it out loud. They'll find you a bit strange, perhaps, unless they're in this class. May you be peaceful. May you be, no, don't say it out loud, but in your mind. Okay, may you be peaceful. And perhaps in that thought, you're reminded that they aren't peaceful. Happy people do not go around typically making other people miserable. They're suffering inside, and their suffering is spilling out. That's typically what you find if you look, if you ask, you inquire, that their suffering is just spilling over all around you. And we have this chance to either pick it up and spread that misery all over ourselves too. Imagine it's like a bad smelling sunscreen or ectoplasm. How about that one? It's something nasty, some snot. They're just like flinging it around. And okay, that suffering that's spilling over on you, let me just take that and just rub it on. Just, oh yeah. Little aftershave with your misery. Because what we learn from Buddha is that happiness and suffering, the causes come from inside. It's our reaction to what other people do or say that robs us of our inner peace. It's our reaction. So we can react differently. And we have so many tools in Buddhist psychology to maintain peace, to regain our composure, to lessen our reactivity. And this is one of those tools that I think is so beautiful and so profound because it gets bigger than just our limited circle. We pick first 3 people to work with. Someone that we love, we'll say they're our beloved. And we pick someone who we have anger towards as well to work with in one meditation. And then we pick someone who we're indifferent towards, just have neutral feelings, but you see them regularly. Maybe it's a neighbor, or it could be someone you see at the gas station regularly or the grocery store. It's someone that you see and interact with, but you don't have any feelings towards. We think in Buddhism that this is a big obstacle for developing this big heart of unconditional love, because indifference isn't love. Love is what you feel when you're wishing for someone else's happiness. And love, if we're getting to the nitty gritty, in Buddhism, we think love is not just a feeling, though it is pervaded by a feeling often. This warmth, and it's pervaded by this view that they are important, that their happiness matters to us. I'd go so far as to say it means we will actually work for their happiness or provide the conditions, if we can, for their happiness. Think of people or beings that you love. I will go to the ends of it to make my 3 little dogs happy. I take them around in their stroller when it's, rather nerve-wracking, actually. Yeah, I'm that person with the stroller. Not only do I have a stroller, but I take all 3, so I have a double decker stroller. When and I'm walking down the little avenue in downtown Fort Myers, everybody turns to look. It's like a parade. I was thinking I should put lights on my double-decker stroller because everybody looks okay. And it is a little nerve-wracking because they don't want to stay in the stroller the whole time. So they want to walk too. And I'd rather just go downtown and have my slice of pizza peacefully in a way. But what I really want more than anything is their happiness. I delight in their delight. When I see they're happy, I'm happy. Right? So you may feel this with people, animals. You will go so far for others' happiness. That is the practice of love, where we cherish them, which means there is an action behind just the feeling. I wish for your happiness, and I myself will try to do things to make you happy. I'll unload the dishwasher. I'll rub your feet. So many things to think about that you can do. In fact, maybe in our meditation, just for a little fun, little extra fun, when you're meditating on the person that you love or being that is your beloved, you can be sending out these rays of light from your heart, thinking, may you be peaceful. May you be well. May you be happy. And you can think about what you'd like to do to cherish them. Send them out some foot massages. Oh, the light, it just carries a nice meal you made because you know you're a good cook. They don't need to have ramen again. She said, oh, but spicy ramen? Put the love, all your love. Doesn't food taste better when there's love in it? I swear I can tell. Who can tell? You guys, you can tell. I see Catherine shaking. Boy, you can tell. Sandra said yes. When someone puts love into it, ooh, it's a whole different thing. So put love into what you do to cherish them. Put love into that foot rub, your presence, your mindfulness. You're doing nothing but rubbing their little feet or large feet, as the case may be. You're so present. So you really get in there. You're really feeling, you give them a back massage. You're really feeling those knots rather than just like, while you're watching TV over their shoulder. Just being present is often one of the greatest gifts of love. It's a practice of love, being present with your beloved, right? No phone, no distraction, just giving them presence. I'm really listening to you right now. I'm really talking with you right now. So maybe we'll do that. We're sending out light from our heart. Let's give them some nice home cooked meals that you plan to make this next week, like one or two, maybe. Or, okay, my heart's going to send them like one foot massage, several dish cleaning. I'll be the bus boy or bus girl. Okay, sending that out with my rays of light. On these wishes, may you be peaceful. May you be well. May you be happy. I'm going to share this with you so you can visualize it a little bit. I always like that. Okay. That is us just sending out our rays of light. You can do it in the quiet of meditation, but you can do it just standing around. Hey, may you be happy. You don't even have to have words with it. You can just send rays of light, wishing for their comfort, peace, sending love to them. You can also use your own words for this meditation. So if you feel like you want to memorize this longer version, which the monks, this is the the version that Venerable Panyakara led us in that meditation. And I love it. And I feel like he particularly scripted it for us, those who are listening, for our particular moment in the world, for our loving kindness. He did it, I think, special, because I can tell you that all metta meditations can be vary in the text. They're all different. And so this is an interesting one if we look at it, right? If we look at what's behind it. So you start with someone that you love, that little person right there. So you've closed your eyes. I've led you in relaxing by focusing on your breath a little bit. Then you imagine to your left, but in front of you and facing you, is someone, a being or human that you really love, your beloved. And then in the middle is someone irritating. And they look irritating, don't they? And then here's this happy mailman or grocery store clerk or someone that you see all the time, but right now you don't have really any feelings for them. And we start to say these prayers for them. First, we begin with just your beloved. You do each one separately. So the meditation is actually in 4 rounds. First, we just focus on our beloved. Then we focus on the difficult person. Then we focus on someone we're neutral towards. And then who do we focus on at the end? Everybody, all living beings. If you get to where you're studying Buddhism, you're going to hear that all the time. All living beings. I'm down with ALB. Yeah, you know me. Right? We are all living beings. So it goes in these 4 rounds. Let's see, say the whole prayer, may you be free from resentment and conflict. But I think I'm going to guide you in a shorter version because it can be kind of a long meditation if we do a long one. So I'm just going to do, may you be peaceful, may you be well, physically well, and may you be happy. So you're going to then, once you've done the beloved, you sit light to them and you see them sparkling with happiness. You've actually given them happiness, you imagine. Then you turn to the person that's difficult for you. And if you have a lot of good feelings coming from your beloved, you can try to feel the same, like imagine projecting the same love onto the difficult person. It's just a little hack. A little patience love hack, okay? Just try to, I'm visualizing my dog Betty in her little diaper. Love, love, love. And then I turn and I'm looking at the difficult person. In the diaper? No, no, no. I'm not going to do it. I won't do it, but I'll just try to imagine feeling the same love. You're so cute. And someone does find them so cute. This difficult person has husband or wife or mother or father, that children that adore them. And if they were inherently so annoying, everyone would feel the same way. But somebody's into them. Look at that. Round 2 overcomes our anger and aversion to people. And we think, and we'll meditate on this a little bit. So some of the lines of thinking that are advised are to think, I'm going to stop sharing, are to ask yourself, question your bias a little bit and think. If it's a single person, you think, what if they were to say something really nice to me? You imagine what that nice thing is. They say, you are so smart. You are so kind and so helpful. Don't think I haven't noticed how incredibly kind and helpful you are at work. And that's the only reason I ask you to do a lot more of my work than I perhaps should. Because you're so capable and I'm really struggling, feeling overwhelmed. And you have always been so kind. And I should have told you before. And you're like, oh, well, they're feeling overwhelmed. And okay, do you need some copies? What can I do? Like, maybe you start feeling a little warmth towards them because they've explained, I've been suffering. I'm going through a divorce. My mom died, or whatever it might be. And you explain how they've been feeling emotionally overwhelmed. They just can't, they're so depressed, they can hardly come into work every day. They're finally feeling better and they want to tell you how grateful they are that you've helped them all this time. Thanklessly, mind you. Would you change your feelings? Would your feelings change? Or what if they got you like the best present? They got you tickets for something you just are so excited to go to. They know you love, I don't know, some comedian, or they know you love this particular restaurant and it's expensive and you don't normally treat yourself. They get you a huge gift certificate to that restaurant you love. And can you just imagine your feelings being like, yeah. So, you know what this shows me, at least, when I've noticed this, when I've questioned my own bias, it's that how I'm judging that person is dependent on me, how they make me feel. But there's so much more to this person's life than just how they make me feel. Aren't they important just because they're human beings? They have all this wonderful potential. They have same struggles as we do. This person wants happiness, just like us. It's another thing you might think. And then we'll think a little bit about what's going on in their life that might make them so incredibly disagreeable. Oh, just see if your heart can open a little bit so that when you send light out and you make these wishes, we start with, may you be peaceful. You know, their mind is at peace. May you be well. You have physical health, wellness. May you be well. And then at the end, it's may you be happy. You actually wish for them to be happy. Whatever you realize that is causing them to be so disagreeable or irritating or um, harmful to others, a lot of times they're in that category of someone we're angry towards because they harm others. That's really hard. So I think, why are they doing this? You know, they're under the trance of hatred or racism or ignorance, or they are suffering from this inherited mental sickness, you might think. So you try to open your heart so that when you say and you send out that wish, may you be happy, you mean it, and you give them what it is they're lacking. May you find love again after your divorce. May in your grief you have peace. May your mind become unclouded by hatred or racism or homophobia. May you be healed from all those generational traumas and delusions, mistakes. And you just send them happiness. And you even imagine they get happy. You're sending that light and they're starting to spark with light, happy, happy. Like, oh, wow, they're happy. Wonderful. May you be happy. And then finally, we turn our mind towards the person that we're normally indifferent towards. And mentally, you're moving the object. So you're envisioning, visualizing these three beings with you. There's to the left, there's the beloved. In the center, there is the annoying one, or the one you're angry towards. I hate to use the term enemy, but sometimes they call it that because it's someone that you have anger towards. So you focus on them and they're straight in front of you. You visualize it. And then you finally turn mentally slightly to your right and gaze upon the person you're normally indifferent towards. And indifference is the biggest obstacle to universal, unbiased love. You think it would be hatred and anger, but it's not. Hatred and anger can easily shift. Somebody that you hated last year, you might love this year, and vice versa. Somebody that you worshiped last year, you can't stand this year. It can easily switch. But indifference, we have to work at opening our heart and freeing it from apathy. Do you guys hear my dog barking? Oh, thank goodness. Holding 1 second, though, I'm just going to tell Betty, my beloved, who's slipping into the other category as we speak, okay? No, she's not. Okay, that's better. I don't have to say much. Usually, usually I let them a little bit. So then we focus on the one whom we're normally indifferent towards, and we think this person just wants to be happy like me. They don't want to suffer. Just like me, they don't want to have problems. We try to wish for them to not have any problems. May you be peaceful. May you be well. May you be happy. And as another little hack, even if you don't feel it, you create the karmic causes to feel it eventually for people. In the beginning, you might not feel that much in the meditation, right? Sometimes it comes and it goes. Well, I don't know about you, but I felt a lot when we were doing it all together with Venerable Panyakara virtually. I felt a lot. It was like the power of this group all with the same wish for peace in this world. Just the knowledge that it was all of us gathered, wishing and believing, having hope in peace. But I'm getting a little, you know, feeling some right now. Mm. Oh, I'll tell you one more thing before we do our meditation, which is when you do this last round now with all living beings, I want you to try to imagine our world does become peaceful. So you're sending light out to all beings of this world and beyond. And you imagine wars end, famine ends, resources are shared amongst all beings. Animals are cared for. Even in the wild, they're helped, cared for. And we think about not taking their resources, how to conserve and live together in harmony. Whatever you want to think. These are just ideas, right? But you're imagining, you're sending out light. You're imagining that the light is transforming the world into this vision we have for peace. It's actually happening. And on some level, it is happening. You know how I told you what meditation means? The word for prayer in Buddhism means wish path. It's a wish that makes a path, and it goes somewhere new. It goes A to B, and somewhere new is where our wish is there as a seed. So we are genuinely planting the seed for peace in our world when we wish for it. Doesn't that wish change us? When you wish for all beings to be peaceful, for there to be no war, for no hunger, no violence, no cruelty, you send it out. You just imagine it disappearing. You can imagine racism disappearing from the hearts of living beings, homophobia, us versus them. Oh my gosh, no more teams. We're all the human race and love each other. And our job is to care for the planet and the animals. Oh, that's going to be in my light. You have your own light. You do exactly what you want. You're in your mind. I'm not in there. So you just imagine this as you will, but try and feel something. Move your mind to feel something if you can with this vision. You can even imagine everyone is with you and all living beings surround you, and everyone that meditated together that day, guided by those Buddhist monks. They're all there. We're all saying the same thing. May there be peace. May there be hope. I like this too. This is something I've been thinking about lately. That when things are really dark, and some people definitely or feel like things are really dark, right? I think many of us are attracted to the hopeful, um, sacrificing vision that the Buddhist monks showed us of the possibility of connecting with each other in peace. So I've been thinking about this, that when the world gets darker, our light gets brighter. It's that loving kindness radiating from your heart. But every day it can be this: as the world gets darker, my light gets brighter. The darker it is, the brighter my light. The darker it is, the brighter my light. The deeper my peace. The more unconditional my love. The more all embracing and open hearted, open armed my compassion becomes. So maybe we can conclude with this as we're sending out light. We think the darker things become, the brighter my light. And you just imagine your light getting brighter, brighter and brighter. So it's till it's reaching every living being. Every heart receives a beam of your light, bringing them peace, happiness, freedom from anger, attachment, jealousy, pride, and everything that arises from it. Should we try this in meditation? Okay, let's do it. So again, I'll guide you in a meditation posture. You can sit on the floor in a meditation cushion if you have one and you'd like to. Or you can sit in a chair. You just want your feet kind of firmly resting on the floor. You want to have a nice straight back because this keeps you alert, actually. But the back is comfortable and relaxed, straight but comfortable. And then you can meditate with your hands in this gesture, like this. I'll guide you in this. But you can meditate any way you're comfortable. To meditate in the mudra of concentration, like Buddha meditated, rest your hands in your lap with your palms facing upward. Then rest your right hand in the left. And with your right hand cradled in your left, touch your thumbs together so they form a bridge. Keep your hands nice and relaxed. Close your eyes. Breathe through your nostrils. Breathe slowly and deeply through your nostrils. To begin our meditation on loving kindness, choose 3 people you'll focus on to balance your mind. Who will be your beloved? And then imagine or visualize them seated slightly left, but in front of you and facing you. Who is your beloved? And choose someone who you have some aversion towards, some difficulty with, someone that causes you pain, fear, or frustration. And visualize them seated directly in front of you, facing you, maybe about 7 feet away from you. And remember that you don't have to visualize clearly or at all. Simply feel now that someone you're indifferent towards appears in front of you, slightly towards your right and facing you. We'll begin with the person you love. Imagine sending out rays of light that are these wishes, and that these wishes are a wish path, bringing them what you wish for them. Send out light and wish. May you be peaceful. What would give them peace? May you be well. What would give them wellness? Send it to them as light. May you be well. May you be happy. And we'll stay on this wish for a little while. You can contemplate things that you could do to try to make them happy. How can you cherish them this week? And then send it out as light and the wish. May you be happy. Imagine them beginning to sparkle with light and happiness. Imagine they are peaceful, well, and happy. Mentally turn to the person straight ahead of you that you have some aversion towards. Contemplate whether they lack inner peace. Are they troubled? Are they suffering? Imagine or feel this genuine wish as you send them light from your heart. May you be peaceful. Imagine the light brings them peace. Now contemplate whether they are unwell in any way. Send out light and wish. May you be well. And then contemplate briefly. Is there anything this person could do that would change your aversion so that you like them, you enjoy their company? What could they do to become your friend? Perhaps the only reason we don't like them is how it makes us feel. And they have so many problems. Friends become enemies. and enemies become friends. See if you can overcome this bias and send out love from your heart with the wish, may you be happy. Imagine you give them what they need for their happiness. You see the light making them happy. May you be happy. May you be happy. Then turn to the person whom you're indifferent towards. This person is just like me. They have the same wish to be happy that I have all the time. Inside, they have the same wish to be free of suffering, never have pain or problem. Try to feel these wishes. Open your heart to them. Send out light with the wish. May you be peaceful. May you be well. Feel your heart opening. Let the light pour out. May you be happy, friend. Now imagine the light grows brighter in your heart. You can wish the light to become brighter as we prepare to send it to all beings. To imagine a world transformed to a world of peace and connectedness. The darker things become, the brighter my light. And send out infinite rays of light from every cell in your body, from every pore in your body. A ray of light to touch the heart of every being in existence. The darker things become, the brighter my light. May all beings be peaceful. Send infinite rays of light with that wish, imagining it brings peace to every home, to every animal, to every world, every country. May you be peaceful. The wish rides the light. May you be peaceful. May you be happy and well. You're going to send out infinite rays of light with these wishes and imagining the world changes as your light touches beings. Sickness clears away with this light, this wish. May you be well. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Imagine all beings becoming happy. May all beings be happy. Sending out rays of light. Imagining people's hearts and minds becoming peaceful and happy. May all beings be happy. The darker things become, the brighter my light. Now you can start to relax your concentration. If you have any visualizations, you let them fade from your mind.